Welcome to a noble society of young urban entrepreneurs sharing knowledge and building wealth. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
The hustle is in your bones. It runs through your veins. It's that ambition to do more, become more. You can feel it. You know you have what it takes. You know you can build a life you've been dreaming of. It's time you live up to your potential. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the League of Hustlers, a motivational podcast where we share knowledge and build wealth. All right. Of course, I'm your co-host HT, and today we have a very, very special guest, my brother from another mother. The man, hold on, let me get my thoughts together before I run down this whole daggum litany of accomplishments that this brother has made from way back, from hosting, fashion shows and all kind of comedy shows on the campus of WSSU, Winston-Salem State University. You see it, the Brown Hall veteran himself, all the way to MCing and hosting games. I don't even know, or presenting. What is it called when you present a game? Like
PA announcer.
PA announcer. You know what I'm saying? To that, to radio show host 102 Jams, to Maury guest. I ain't forgot about that. A guest on Maury, right? To being on Wild and Out, to bro, like what? Come on, man. Hey, hats off to you, my brother B-Daht. Some know him as B-Rail, some know him as B-Daht Obama, some know him as so many daggum names.
Legit. B-Daht Ben David. I was Jewish at one point.
Brian McLaughlin.
Yeah.
The force to be reckoned with. What's good, bro? What's good?
What's up with you, Samson? And y'all just heard him. I'm your co-host HT. Now that's Samson, right?
Chill.
There. And that's how we refer to him.
People don't know about this.
I don't care.
I don't on the play first and foremost.
I'm gonna call him Samson for the rest of my life. That right there is Samson. But nah, man, like. I'm just super blessed, man. Me and Samson met, or HT, we met like again freshman year, man. When my boy had aspirations to play football at Winston-Salem State. He just came from high school where he was you played DB, didn't you?
DB.
Played DB.
State champion,
you know what I'm saying?
State champion.
Look at him, look.
Hold on, let me run down. Chill.
Nah, and then from there. Samson went to become one of the top models on Winston-Salem State University.
Come on, man. Hold on, we're interviewing you.
With the tightest moves.
Look, we're interviewing you. Let me mute you real quick.
I just want to make sure the people know who hosting this show, man.
Chill.
No, I'm just happy to be here, man. But I say that I was saying all that to say, man, like them years on that 5th floor made us, Samson.
Hey. That's real. People don't understand. People don't understand. I try to like tell my kids about it, but they don't really understand.
No, we had to hustle, dog. Like we had to really get it out the mud, as they say now. Like I'm talking about, like folks used to hustle cheeseburgers with no bread after the club, just cooking out the room, and you would buy them joints. You know what I'm saying?
And we were not supposed to have any type of microwave or grill. Bro, who was it across the hall from Doug and little dude? Yes. George Foreman grill, Philly cheesesteaks after the club, 2:00 in the morning, line out the door. This is what we talk. When he say get it out the mud, this is what he talking about.
Legit, man. Not having a clue, not having a plan, just knowing that cats wanted to be successful. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. We all had that drive and that desire to just be successful, man. And we've been able to do that. And we just blessed, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Here goes CD. He jumping in right now. This is how we do. It's all love, League of Hustlers. We're sorry, but this is family. B-Daht is definitely
Absolutely
family.
Like I met both of these dudes. We don't even have time to share all the stories that we have together, from trips out of the state to parties to campus to just the weekends in Brown Hall. Like we just have no room to. But HT and Barnes, man, those are my guys, man. Like so, the moment I got an email saying, "Yo, we're trying to get you on League of Hustlers," I said, "Absolutely. Just tell me what time I got to be there, bro." And then I get on here.
Did not say that. Listen, we've been trying to get Daht on the show for how long? We had a League of Hustlers? About daggum 2 years now. Like,
you have not been trying to get me on here for 2 years. You have not been trying to get me on here for 2 years.
Man, it's been 5 years, man. Where you been at, man?
No, it's been 2 hours. Where the hell you been at?
It's like
wait a minute.
Reunion.
Y'all already recording, man?
Yeah, we recording, man.
Yes, y'all got to start this joint over, dog.
Not starting over. Why you look like you playing Call of Duty? What are you
Come
doing?
on, man. Maybe I was, bro. Maybe I was. Yo.
It's all love, man. It's an informal episode, man, because we got
man.
Daht on the line. This family. Real talk. This is like family. We done fought together. We done like partied together. Everything you could think of, man. Like legit for sure. But you know what though? Back to one thing we didn't want to do. This is something, that we didn't want to do. We didn't want to seem like that we were clout chasing. You see what I'm saying? We wanted to go out here and get it. Because we could have easily hit you, we know what it was. Yeah, we need you on the show. Nah, we wanted to prove it. We wanted to pave our own way first. Because we know you got your following, on TV and on radio and all of that. But we ain't no clout chasers. This is the League of Hustlers. Like he said, we getting it out the mud.
Now let's be clear. Now, like a lot of people like to drop the, I got a lot of followers, TV and radio. But you two gentlemen can attest that I had followers before Twitter, before radio, before any of that foolishness. Folks was rocking with me heavy the long way before social media, bro.
Absolutely, 100%. Like. And this is one thing. Like I think we had this conversation a month or so ago. A CD, we were talking about you and the fact that you just have an innate ability to connect with people.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Yo, one thing, man. Like, listen, everyone who was ever watching this character B-Daht. I mean, this is the real B-Daht. Like, it's not a show. It's not made up.
Whatsoever.
Before social media, before like all of that, that's actually who this person is in real life, every day, day to day. As crazy and ridiculous as it may seem sometimes, it's real. It's real.
It's 100% real.
Always been that way. It's always been that way.
A magnetic soul, man. A magnetic soul.
No, I appreciate that, man. Like, hold on. Is Barnes late and his phone is ringing?
And his phone is ringing. Call him out.
I'm not prepared.
This is clear.
I'm not.
I love your honesty. I love your transparency.
I was not prepared.
I brought out my good blazer.
No, he didn't, Barnes.
Hold on.
Threw that damn jacket over his outfit, man.
Let me be man. Daht is gonna be the first person that gets interviewed and gets muted. But nah, man. So tell us about what you got going on, man. We were just talking about some recent stuff you're working on. Connect the Dots, right? The family channel on YouTube. You know what I mean? Tell us about that. What you got cooking up with that?
Well, I got 2 stars, man. Like, my daughter is a freaking bona fide star. Like, she's all of me wrapped up in an 8-year-old body, dude. And it's just fun to watch. And I just wanted to present a platform where she could get some exposure in that regard, where she can get some confidence in that. Like, I can't imagine if somebody would have had me in front of cameras at 8 years old. Like, I can't imagine what that would have did for my confidence, or my talent. So, but
True.
just having her being able to be a part of that and her wanting to now edit video and coming up with ideas. Dad, I got an idea for a video and stuff like that at 8. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's dope. I got a 14-year-old son who plays basketball. He's heavy in gaming and all that kind of foolishness, but he's got super personality too. Like at his school, at talent shows, he'll do stand-up comedy sets and stuff like that. Like he's super, super cool and confident. So I just feel like our family dynamic with my wife and my 2 kids, like it's just a dope energy that people enjoy watching. And I just started it just showing us on Instagram and stuff like that, and people were really, just looking at the metrics, people really like that interaction. They would like that. So now we started the Connect the Dots Instagram page. We have about 400 followers, 400 subscribers on YouTube with Connect the Dot. We're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start monetizing the YouTube channel. But and then another reason for starting it was something we were talking about earlier while Barnes was late. Was just wanting to have a testament, just having documentation of our lives, and just being able to document that. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to Top Golf for the first time Friday, and we did an episode about that.
Saw that.
And we had a ball. You know what I'm saying? But like we can go back and look at that when Ryan is 15, 20, 30. She can go back and look at herself at 8 beating her dad in Top Golf. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of memories. I just want to just document it as much as possible.
Right, that's important, bro. And that's what we were saying. We were just talking about how the League of Hustlers came about. And it's like, if y'all don't understand by now what we're about, like, I don't know what to tell you, but go back to the very first episode. And this is what it's about. It's about leaving a testament. It's about leaving a legacy, right? I don't care if we have 1 follower. You know what I mean? The goal of it is to just document and capture our mind state so that my kids, see these kids, Dot kids, could actually see the stuff that we were going through and hear the stories, right? And just really be able to get inside of our minds, because it's a lack there, right? A lot of times, like I never met 3 of my grandparents, right? So I don't have those stories. Right. And Dot's in a similar situation. Definitely not the great grandparents, and definitely not the great and the ancestors before that. None of them wrote books. None of them, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's important for us to leave that legacy. So with Connect the Dots, I love what you're doing with that. And like you said, it's, it's a way for them to build that confidence and also, generate some income in the meantime. So definitely follow Connect the Dot. Is that what it's called? That's it on YouTube?
Yep. Connect the Dots on every platform. And Dots is DAHTS. Connect the Dots everywhere.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
I got a question about, like, at what point, man, like, because we've known each other for a long time, and like we were just saying, is you've been on this path for a very long time.
Respectable.
Did you feel like, was this something that you had to commit to at some point in time, or did you feel like you were just kind of being yourself and it grew into something? Or, like, what was your transition and what's your perspective on, like, starting off in the journey and where you are now?
It's 100% the latter of what you just said, Barnes. Like, y'all gave me confidence to do what I do now. And when I say y'all, I mean my family at WSSU from 2000 to 2006. Like, being able to host every event, being able to host parties. Like, I've hosted some of the best parties ever now. I host wedding receptions and charge a nice amount of money to do that. But those started from Pancho Villa and Brouhaha's and Ice House.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was honing skills with you all that I didn't even know I was honing. You know what I'm saying? Like us joking and us getting in trouble with the cops and all kinds of stuff that we used to go through. Those were skills that I had to, or those are things that I had to learn in order to be as successful as I am now. And luckily, one time, a long time ago, Nidra, and we all know Nidra. Nidra hit me one time and she said, I think it's so dope how you always seem to reinvent yourself. And at the beginning of this, HT, when you was just saying stuff like people know him as B-Rail, B-Daht, B-Daht Obama, B-Daht, like that's a testament to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the times change I've been blessed enough to be able to pivot, but still stay Daht though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like anybody that sees me, whether I'm on Wild 'N Out or whether I'm being silly on Maury or whether I'm leading a Black Lives Matter march or whether I'm on the radio, you're still getting Daht. You're just getting my version of it, which is usually an entertaining version of it. Like I got a series that I do on Instagram called I Didn't Know Maybe You Didn't Either.
Right.
And I've started to bring some of those to Facebook, and now I'm in touch to actually produce those a lot better because the content is content that is shareable forever. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff that we did not know, stuff that we didn't know that they taught us that George Washington had wooden teeth. And I found out that George Washington would take the teeth of his slaves and put those in his mouth. We didn't learn that in school.
Cold-blooded.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's things like that. Those are the types of things that I'm talking about. Like I didn't know about gator bait. I didn't know that in Florida, alligators were high monetary value in the late 1800s. So white people will put toddler babies in the alligator-infested waters, and because they couldn't swim, when they would start fighting, they would churn up the waters and bring the alligators and alligator bait. I didn't know things like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I learned things like that, I started to share them on my social media, and people started to gravitate towards. Like that's what I do with everything, man. I just throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks. You know what I mean? Like you can always gauge it off your metrics. If I'm talking about something and people is liking it, write that down in my journal. You need to do a little bit more of these. That's how I came up with the Make America Fat Again videos. That's how I came up with speed diet. That's how I came up with I didn't know maybe you didn't either. That's how I came up with a segment or a show that I'm actually in production on right now that's gonna drop in November, which is Studio Stories. And Studio Stories is me just going in the studio with different artists and producers and just hearing stories that we've never heard before in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've already shot 3 of those episodes. Those gonna debut in November.
Hold on. Put a pin right there. Give us an exclusive. Come on. Who you got on there? Or you can't say.
So far,
you gotta build a buzz. Let the League of Hustlers know, man. This is exclusive right here.
This is exclusive. This is super. I haven't even put out pictures for this, but I have. I've already shot an episode with Esud, 2 Chainz DJ.
Yeah.
I've already shot an episode with Jay White. He's from Greensboro.
Yeah,
I have Luke Nasty and Wale Coyote. I have them next week. And then I'm wrapping it up with Ninth Wonder and Big Fendi.
Chill. That's a League of Hustlers exclusive right
That's
there.
exclusive right there.
Yeah, we got to get some of those guys on the show.
First season going to be 6 episodes. I'm going to drop those probably on our YouTube channel. And just keep moving like that, man. Like, but to answer your question, CB, like, I just do what I like doing. I just do what I like doing, and if people gravitate towards it, I keep doing more of it. And if they don't, then I either try to tweak it because I think that you really should like it, or I just leave it and pivot elsewhere.
Right. Yeah, that's big, man. I like how another tidbit in there too, like that you kind of threw out there that I think is important to point out to the listeners, man, is like the metrics component of it. You throw it out there, take a look at the metrics. You know what I mean? Jot it down, have a journal, take notes, write those ideas down, keep it going, man. That's all important stuff, man.
Learned all that in therapy, man. Like therapy was the best thing that ever happened to me. A couple years ago, I had gotten into a hard situation in my marriage. You know what I mean? And I was making stupid mistakes, like just stupid mistakes that had my marriage on the brink. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand why I was doing that. Like I knew that I loved my marriage. I knew that I loved my wife, but why was I making these stupid ass decisions conflicting with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I grew up in church, so I know to pray, but sometimes, you have to listen to God's voice and all that. Sometimes we need somebody to just tell us in black or white right here in front of me that doesn't have an agenda, that doesn't have anything associated with it. And when I went to therapy, I got to put a lot of things in perspective like that. Like a lot of the way I was living was honestly the same way we used to live at State, man, just spontaneous. Day to day. It wasn't no planning, you know what I'm saying? Like you knew what you're doing for spring break, but from day to day, we didn't know. Like, you going to class? No, let's go get it. All right, let's skip. Let's go. Like, we didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't live like that when you're the head of a household, when you're a husband, when you're a father, you know what I'm saying? You can't. And I had to grow up a lot, but goes back to our conversation we were having off the air though, HT, like in that process.
He was late?
Yeah, when CB was late. Because HT was saying how he had never met his grandfather. And he was grandparents. He had only met one of his grandmothers. And he was asking me, did I share a similar story to that? And I told him I just met my birth father 2 years ago.
Wow.
Like I had never met him. I'd never shaken his hand. And like going through therapy and then going out to meet him, and it started to put a lot of things in perspective. Especially as far as relationships are concerned, especially as far as maturation and things of that nature. Like, so like therapy, right? Like just keeping the same way we talked about these podcasts and stuff being a testament and just documenting our lives. My journal is the same way, man. Like every single day, even if I don't write but 2 sentences in the journal that just says what I did today or what I'm going to do for the day or write down my to-do list. That's all.
Okay.
Just the discipline and the consistency of that is important.
Bro, we just matter of fact, last episode we were just talking about this. Being consistent. It's called constant effort is key. Like one of the keys to success is constant effort, like little by little, taking step by step. It's a Swahili proverb that says "Haba na haba ujaza kibaba," which means little by little fills the measure, right? And so we were just talking about how you have to continuously make little steps towards your goal. That's the quickest path to success, is always moving towards your goals and not, moving backwards or moving to the side. And another thing you just touched on, bro, is like talking about like being the head of the household. And one thing that you have always that I've always admired about you is your leadership characteristics. It's like I don't know what it is, but you have an innate ability to lead people, and like people just naturally follow you. Before Twitter, before Facebook, before College Club, before BlackPlanet.com. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just straight up on the yard. And bro, I remember so many times we would be on campus, like just hanging out on the yard, and it's a circle around you, or being in the caf, right? And it's a circle around you, and people just hanging on to every word that you said. It wasn't on some, it wasn't, I don't know, it was weird, but it was just like, it was all love. You know what I mean? And that has seemed to follow you throughout like all of these different phases of your life. You know what I mean? Like I said,
see, that didn't start in college. You know what I mean? Like
really?
Again, like in kindergarten, and I always tell people this, in kindergarten, I was the valedictorian of our kindergarten class. Like I spoke at the kindergarten, said, go forth and be great, 6-year-olds. Like that was me. Like I've always been just confident in that area, confident in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it usually, the entertaining value is usually what gravitates. But then once I suck you in with the entertainment portion, then you're like, oh, dang, he actually got some sense too. Right. So that's how I got to, and what really showed me that as an adult, because I sort of felt it when I was in high school, and then after high school, I didn't go straight to college. And then, my pops and them, Kroom and my mom, my stepdad at the time, kicked me out and told me I had to go to college. But when Chancellor Martin, who's now the chancellor at A&T, when he saw that I could host an event and be just as entertaining without using profanity,
right,
and he offered me the position to be in the press box for PA, that's when I was like, dang, man, like, you can really get into a bunch of rooms with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, because up until that point, like, I just liked being ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I just like having the cornrows and the beads and walking in looking high, smelling hot. Like I enjoyed that.
Yo, used to be on that St. Louis Nelly tip hard,
bro.
Oh, man,
I'm going down.
Like, I don't understand. And everything. Like,
I'm telling you. So like people gravitated towards me for those types of things, like just the fun energy, man. And then and that's why. But with that is a lot of responsibility, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what I mean? Like, because like you said, like I've always been the leader, and sometimes I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes, well, yeah, man, because all the responsibility is on you. And it's a lot of times where in all of my, like whether it was GP or whether it was 3 Live Crew or the Freestyle Funny Comedy Show, or like I was always the lead.
Forgot about those, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Freestyle Funny, man. That's me,
Epic.
Bean, Brand, and Drink, baby. We did some things with that movement that have never been done, dog. Like that was a strong 10 years, Jack.
Yeah, and I had a few chances to check y'all out, man. It's hilarious. The Freestyle Funny do y'all still do that?
Nah, we ain't done one of those about 2-3 years, man.
Come on, man. So it's like improv comedy. Like these, when I tell you, this is like raw talent. Like this is, hey, here's a topic, go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these brothers would be on it. Chico Bean, shout out to him. What's your boy? Darren Brand.
Yeah.
Osama bin Rankin.
Yeah. And Ray Shaw, 50.
Yeah,
Ray Shaw,
50. Oh, come on. Yeah. Shout out to 50. And what's your other boy name?
Oh, Burp.
Burpee. Yeah.
Burpee. Yeah.
Like,
We'd had Burp on, Tyler Chronicles, Ronnie Jordan, of course Chuck, he was managing us at the time. We had a great run with that, man.
Yeah.
And that we honed a lot of skills with that, man. Like a lot of the stuff that Bean does with 85 South. We did a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like that honed the skills for him to be able to transition into that world very, very easily. You know what I'm saying? And we all still super tight, all successful. Me and Drinking on the morning show, Burp on the morning show in Charlotte. Brand is all over the country on TV, all on YouTube famous. And of course, Bean just did the Hip Hop Awards last night. So we still working, dog.
It was epic.
Yeah. Epic. They killed it, man. Like I could not stop smiling, man. Like from the moment I saw him with that ridiculous hairdo on, I just it was such a good look, man. It was such a good look, man. I'm so happy for that dude, dog.
Yo, when the camera cut on, I seen the red hat, man. I was like, hold on, I know this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you right now.
Yeah.
That says Winston-Salem State University. All right.
Yeah. People be messing me up, man. Because I forget that it looks like that hat. Like I just got it because it's a hard ass red mesh hat. Like I just like it. You know what I'm saying? Like so I copped it, but I probably shouldn't wear it till after the election.
After, man. After.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, good to have you on here, man. So you got the stuff that's coming up next. We know exactly, you know what I mean, like the stuff you've been through, you know, but what's the most important, or at least one of the most important characteristics, you know what I mean, to like people that are up and coming right now, you know what I mean? People that want to start and want to go somewhere, and it may not be entertainment, it could be any avenue. It's entrepreneurship. Like, what would be your advice? Or better yet, if you could double back and give young Daht some advice, you know what I mean? Just one piece. You can only tell him one thing. What would you tell him? You know?
That's a heavy one, Daht. It's important. That's a heavy one.
That is heavy because I wouldn't want to say anything that would deter the actions that are going to take place. Like I went down to Atlanta and auditioned for BET New Faces. When Terrence J won.
Right. I remember
and that. I remember crying all the way home from Atlanta while Big Bank and Jay Lee was asleep in the car because they had went across the street to the I think it was Jeezy's birthday party or something. And everybody in Atlanta was there. Me, I was on the sidewalk waiting in line so that I could go to this audition the next morning. And I missed the party, in line all night, get to the audition in that morning at 8 o'clock, and by 8:03, I'm back in the car. I did that bad.
Wow.
And I was just so crushed, man. But I needed that moment because at that time, that was a time where I was B-Daht, and I'm talking about big hat, shades, do-rag, back, like straight. So when I went in there and they said, take your shades off, y'all knew me back then. I never took my shades off.
Right.
And when they told me take my shades off, it really felt like I lost my superpower. Wow. And I could not execute my reads in the same Daht swag without my glasses on.
Wow.
And, you know, like I needed that bomb though. I needed that bomb to know, one, nigga, don't know glasses make you. Two, hey, you're not gonna win every time, dog. And you need to know what this feels like. So when you do win, you know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying?
You appreciate it that much more.
You appreciate it so much more. So much more. I just had a conversation with my daughter, man, because she told me last night, I want to be a gymnastics teacher when I grow up. And I'm like, Ryan, you don't practice enough gymnastics now yourself. You don't even know how to do a full split yet yourself. How can you teach somebody? We're this is a totally different situation. I'm gonna come back to your question, Barnes, I swear. But just on a separate tangent, as a parent, it's difficult sometimes because we don't want our children to suffer the way we suffer, right? But those suffering times is what made us a league of hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Like not being able, not knowing if you're gonna get your refund check this Friday or next Friday, but still having to eat these next 2 weeks. Like that struggle made us.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so we're a lot more inclined now that we're successful to make sure our kids don't have to deal with that. But I always wonder, are we crippling them?
Right.
Because they need those L's. She needs to hear, because I mean, I always big up Ryan. I always tell her she's great, but she needs to also hear, you're not as great as you think you are if you don't put in the work. So I think that's what I would tell myself, and that's what I would tell anybody else coming up. Two things. One, you have to put in the work. Like, it's not as simple as saying, hey, I made this song in the studio. Dot, can you play this on the radio? No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
You need to build an audience. There needs to be people coming to me saying, yo, you heard this new HT? This joint hot, dog. Listen to this. I will play that on the radio. But if HT comes to me telling me how great his music is, of course you're going to tell me that. It's not the same. Right. Second, you have to stay consistent. Regardless of what it is you're trying to do. You have to stay consistent, man. Like, I'm a creative. I'm an entertaining person. I'm an entertaining talent, but I'm also a creative. I constantly think of ideas, show ideas, TV ideas, Instagram ideas. All of them don't work. So what? Because I'm having fun doing them. I'm having fun creating them. I'm having fun participating in them. So if it don't work, that didn't work. Let me go to something else. Let me pivot. Don't be afraid to pivot. That's my last thing. Don't be afraid to pivot. And pivot means don't be afraid to try new things. When my chancellor came to me and said, hey, Dot, do you think that you will be able to do PA football games? I didn't know if I could do that, but I said, yes, I can do it. Right. If you ever get an opportunity, always say yes. Even if you don't know how to do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it. Don't ever cut off an opportunity saying, well, I don't know if I know how to do that. That's stupid. Get in the door. Once you get in the door, if you're good enough, they'll teach you the stuff you need to learn around that, man. Stay consistent, put in the work, and don't be afraid to pivot.
Wow. That's epic, bro.
Definitely epic, man. The funny thing about it is why you saying all that and you like, put in the work. And then, like, I'm looking at you and I'm like, to me, I'm like, it just seems like for you, it's not work, though. You know what I mean? Because of that factor, like, you're doing what you love to do. It's like you're doing, you know what I mean? It's like you found that space where you just kind of being yourself and you're able to, you know, turn that into something. You know what I mean? Like, I've known you long enough to know, like, okay, that works here or he works there. But at the same time, it just seems like you've made a way to be yourself and to also make that a way to support yourself by being yourself and putting yourself in situations that create opportunities that, you know, to help you progress in life, all while still just like being yourself, man. I think it's crazy, man.
It's dope to hear it from that perspective, because when you're living it, you don't feel like that.
Right.
It's always interesting for me to see the vantage point of others, especially those that knew me before the world knew me. You know what I'm saying? And there's still so much more of the world that has to get to know me. So those numbers are going to always be awesome to me. But like, y'all know me like since 2000, like 20 years, y'all have known me. So like, when I hear you all say those things, it gives me a better more sense of pride. Like damn, Doc, like you are still being you. Like when people are often talking about you in your absence, they're still saying, that's still Dot. The Dot that I remember, that's still the same Dot. And like, I'm just fortunate. I'm like an athlete in the idea that I get paid for things that, one, I would do for free, and two, that I just naturally enjoy doing. And we don't always get the privilege to do that. And I think that one thing that honestly I think helped me with that is going to college late. I think when you go to college right after high school and you graduate from college on time, you do yourself a disservice. Because I don't think by 22, you really know what it is you want to do. But I started college at 20. My first year there, I was turning 20 or I was turning 21.
21.
So I was turning 21 because we went you remember.
You were there.
I was turning 21. So like,
what's the guy?
I'm ahead of the curve. So I already garner respect because everybody, I can get liquor. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna rock with me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go to the ABC store. I got a car. You know, those type of things. But even more than that, I knew more about what it was I liked doing. Like when I first when I first graduated from high school, when I was going to college, my major was going to be art because HT, you know, Kroom was a graphic designer, and I used to rock with him all the time. And I used to work with him. We used to design business cards and brochures and all kinds of stuff. Right. And when I got to college, when I finally really got to college 3 years after high school, I was like, I don't want to draw, but I didn't know what it was I wanted to do. And mass communication had the least amount of math. So I said, I'm going to be in mass communication. But again, it was me doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick a major that didn't have a lot of math, the easiest major. So I did that, you know what I'm saying? And it just so happened that when you're doing what you want to do, God will find a way to bless you in a way where he'll allow you to receive monetary compensation for it, man. Like I can't really explain it any further than that. Like it's almost like not seeing just coming to an embankment and not seeing what movie is that? The Golden Child.
I was about to exactly say the same thing. When he got across the joint to get to the knife, and the steps don't show up until he take the next one, and then the next step show up, and then he take. Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing, bro.
That's life, man. I swear to God, that's life. That is life in a scene. Like you just got to step out there on faith, and if you're gambling on yourself, even if you lose, you still fine with it because you did what you wanted to do. It's gonna suck, no question, but you can accept that from a man's perspective or from a human perspective. Like just, hey, I tried what I wanted to do and it didn't work. But can you imagine going your whole life and never trying what it is you want to do?
Wow.
I can't live with that.
Whatsoever. But I know, man, we could sit here and talk forever, bro. You know what I mean?
We need to link up, man. Where are y'all at anyways? Barnes, you in Jacksonville?
Man, I'm up here in Baltimore.
You remember, I came up to Baltimore. You up there with the family?
Yeah.
Where you at, Samson?
I'm in Charlotte.
Well, see, the wife is in Charlotte, man. So I'm in Charlotte every weekend, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Charlotte every weekend, man. So we definitely need to link up. How often you back down this way, Barnes?
Never.
Well, it sounds like we need to make a road trip to Baltimore, man.
Yeah, he'll never come through, man.
I mean,
last time I went to see Barnes, man, we messed around and got my car a ticket and everything, man.
Come on, man. I paid the ticket, bro. Why you gotta bring that up, man? I paid the ticket.
Running tolls and all kinds of shit. Barnes, when the last time you came to homecoming?
Man, ever. 2020, 2004.
Legit.
I wanted to go this year though, man, because this was like the 20th year from 2000, but COVID-19, man. But I did want to make this year for sure, man.
You should, man. You got kids we ain't met. Like you got to bring yourself down here, dog.
We got to get Cutter on the show. You know what I mean?
Got to. Cutter got married, man. My boy married now.
That's real.
Damn, who would have thought, man? Look at us, guys. Guys, look at us. Who would have thought, huh?
Chill, man. Chill.
No, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I think this is dope what y'all are doing, man. Like, and you know, C. Barnes was always a silent assassin. You know, we always viewed him as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never knew what C. Barnes was doing, but you always knew that he kept a couple dollars in his pocket, and you knew not to run up on him wrong, man. Like, and I always respected that from you, C. Barnes. Samson, like, you already know how our relationship is, man. Like, you scuffed up my floors on many days, good bro.
Chill. Bringing up old stuff, man. That was way back in the day.
Platform, if there's anybody that can put together a Justice League of hustlers, it's y'all two, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think this is super, super dope, man. Samson HT tried to give me hell. We trying to get you on here forever, but y'all know damn well, man, I ain't but a phone call away, man. If y'all ever need me, dog. If y'all ever need me, you know how it goes, man. Like, I'm real serious about friendship and family and relationships, man. Like, and I love y'all gentlemen, man. So whatever y'all need from me, please let me know, dog.
Yeah, man, it's dope how everybody seems to. I mean, but bro, it's some legends that came out of Fifth Flow, bro. You know, or Brown Hall, period.
Yeah,
came through there. Once you think about it, you got Sport, right? It's doing his thing, Sporty Odie. It's movie, you know what I'm saying? It's movie time.
It's movie.
Right. Yeah. Shoot, and the list goes on, man. B-Daht.
And like, I want to take this time not to be somber, but just, you know, we lost a couple of homies from Brown Hall too, man. Rest in peace to Champagne. Rest in peace to Donk, man. Like, I really miss y'all. Yep, T. White. Rest in peace to T. Maestro. Rest in peace to Maestro. Like, we lost a lot of cats from that dorm, man. From that year, man.
Keon, didn't he pass too?
Yeah, sure did. Sure did.
Yeah,
Rest in
man,
peace,
wow.
Keon, man. Yeah, see? So, like, when we talk about still being here, like, we blessed, man. Any day above ground, man, is a blessed day, dog.
Yeah, man. That's real. That's real. And then to bring it back, you know what I mean? To bring it back, everybody went their separate ways, but stayed down, stayed connected, and stayed real, man. This is real as it get, man. You know,
Still the fam, man. Like to me, the most impressive thing, like, I can't get over it. I'm telling you, it's like, I know that you probably feel like, all right, I got to get up and go to work. But when I look at you, that's just not what I see. I'm like, this boy is out here playing around,
living the life.
You sound like my wife, man.
Yeah, you out here playing.
Just
and
like my wife. I'm like, babe, I got to go to the club tonight to make this money. That ain't work.
It's not work.
Exactly. And that's probably what, like, my wife probably think too. I'm like, all right, I got to get some work done, but really she think I'm playing around on the computer. You know what I mean? Like,
to your friends, exactly.
Yeah, just playing on the computer. You ain't doing nothing, but you know.
But it's work though. Like, people don't understand the amount of effort that goes behind this kind of stuff, man.
No,
like honing your craft, like that's years. I remember vividly, like, Dot behind stage, nervous back there, shaking, like
yes,
like it's real. It did
and
going out on stage,
It
did going out on stage and killing it. And
I'm nervous before every set. Anytime I go on stage, I'm nervous as hell, like to the point where I feel like I'm about to vomit.
Wow.
But I've learned that that's my superpower, because the more nervous I get, the more I'm gonna light this bitch up when I walk outside. When I walk out, every time. Like, if I'm not nervous, I'm scared, because it's like you overly, you think you're too prepared. You about to go ahead and eat one. You about to go eat one. But if I'm nervous and people trying to talk to me, and I'm like, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm straight. Oh, I'm about to kill this. I'm about to kill it."
Yeah, man. Well, keep doing your thing, bro. You know where we at anytime. We definitely got to have you back on the show, man, and make this
absolutely
more so.
Barnes can be on time.
Right.
I'll be on time next time. You know, come on back through. Hey, but look. I don't know if H prepped you for it, man, but each time we do an episode, man, we like to leave a challenge. You know what I mean? Like, we want to give the listeners an actionable item. We want to give them some homework. If you can give 30 seconds, one thing to do, 10 seconds, real quick, one thing to do, what would it be?
Write out your goals for the next 30, 60, and 90 days. And then after you do that, do 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. Those were very, very, and like, because, you know, the Bible says, write the script, write the plan and make it plain.
Yep.
right? Just write it down. Like until you write it down, it doesn't even exist. Like you have to write it on paper because when you see it, it does something for your mental. So again, 30 days from now, 60 days from now, and then 90 days from now, and then do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months.
That's it. Just like
There you go.
Just
That's the challenge. That's the challenge, man. Get out there, write the plan, write the vision, put it on paper. It ain't real till you do so. Hold yourself accountable. Start taking the steps to make it come true. All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I've done it. I'm like, it's mandatory. Like, and on 3 months, like you really start to see a change. Like, and it gives you a sense of empowerment when you put stuff on your list for 3 months, and then like the first month and a half, you've already knocked it out. Like, dang, God, let me go. You know, now you're starting on 6 months, and you have just said at month 2, month 3. Like now you're working ahead of the curve, but man. Like 30, 60, 90, 369. Do it.
Perfect. What about, I know you already gave us some of the, your projects and stuff like that. How can we find you on Instagram? What's your social?
B-Daht TV is everything. You see B-Daht right there, BDaht. Just put a TV on it, man. Like in the next year or in 2021, I'm gonna literally transform my Instagram page into a TV channel. Well, I have different shows on it and just different content. Most of it will be me, but I also got some other ideas. I'm sponsoring some other shows and things of that nature. So I'm bringing back Speed Diet, I'm bringing back the IG Live DJ Showcase. Of course, I got the I Didn't Know Maybe You Can Neither, the Make America Fat Again, like Therapy Time with Dot, Connect the Dots platform, and Studio Stories. All of that is popping off in the next couple of months.
Exclusive, man.
I love
Exclusive.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So
on Mondays, I do a sports show with my man Josh Graham called Instagram and Dot, and I'm really getting more into this sports thing, man. Like I just really enjoy that a lot, yo. That's one of my passions. So as much as I can bring my entertainment to sports, like I do with the Greensboro Swarm and the Charlotte Hornets and Winston-Salem State University, as much as that I can do, the merrier.
Right. Yeah, man. We appreciate you following through on the League of Hustlers, bro.
No doubt, man.
And y'all know what it is, man. League of Hustlers. Share knowledge, build wealth. All right? Share knowledge, build wealth. All right? This has been another amazing episode. So many gems dropped. So many major keys released, man. You got to go back and listen to it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And yeah, man, it's only one thing left to do. One thing. What's that, CD?
Go get it.